Alright, thanks for tuning in. So, bought a thing and I bought another TRX4. So, I got this TRX4 Bronco. It has been modified and run, but I mean, I couldn't beat the deal. $350 for this. So, came with this body, that body, the 2.2 wheels and tires. Will not run without the long arm kit. So it's too short, it rubs. Came with these wheels and tires, which are kind of beat up, have some lead in them. These tires and these tires. Remote, I need to see if I can get a replacement switch there. And then this did have a steering servo installed, but it is shot, so that's it there. Hixfly. So luckily I already had this 35 kilogram instead of the 25, so hopefully they'll be able to hold everything. I was going to put it on here, but I think I'm going to move away from this build as far as like upgrading it any further, because I've got these tracks. So I got to clean up these tracks. They're a little rusty and dirty. I might have to replace the bearings in them, but definitely want to use those, and I figured I'd just as well put it on this. But yeah, this thing's beat to heck on the outside. Not real dirty, just dust. But this one's pretty basic. I don't know if you saw, don't think I mentioned that. It's got the Fusion Pro in it too, so it's already got a brushless motor. Yeah, a few things that need some fixing or whatever, but you know, for $350 and all of that, I can't beat it. Got a ton of other tires too. So these are off the TRX4 Sport. So got those, and then a set of each of these with just the tires. Some 2.2s, some 1.9s. The full set of these off of a dually. And those, I think those were off of a Red Cat, if I remember right. But gonna get to work, try and swap some parts over between the two, just try and get the best of both worlds. Fix up the steering servo, and hopefully have a decent vehicle after that. I think I'm gonna wait on the long arm kit, because I really don't need 2.2s. Everything's been fine with 1.9s. But can't wait. It'd be nice to have that TRX4 with the selectable speed. I just didn't want to do it because this thing does pretty good anyway. But yeah, it'd be a little heavier. I'll probably yank some brass off of this. The bumper lost its screws and came off, so I don't know if I even have that bumper around. It's somewhere. But otherwise, this is mostly stock as far as like a drivetrain. But just a little brass here and there. So some weights. I don't think I put the weights on the inside of the wheel. No. So just these, and then the diff covers. Wheels and tires. So I might swap the wheels and tires out onto here for now. We'll see how everything goes. But like I said, thanks for tuning in, and look forward to having some more updates. Hopefully it's going to start warming up and I can start working on my bus. So I'll be flipping around between everything I do on here. So let me know what you think, if you liked it, any comments that you have. I do like getting feedback, so even if they're negative, at least I know what people think. So appreciate you again checking out my videos and looking at my channel. Thanks. And here's the Jimneys. So got two new in the box, and this one as well. If you notice, those are the Bronco tires, which are slightly shorter, just about the same size, but look a heck of a lot better. They're a lot wider than these little things. As far as how well they work, who knows, but we haven't really run this yet just in a straight line, but they definitely look like an upgrade from what those other ones are. So at some point I want to take mine in the box. This one's my roommate's. Take mine and then do the shackle flip so it gets more clearance. Well, I figured I'd test it out at least before I swap out that servo. But I'm not getting anything. I don't want to take my hand away from that and have sparks flying everywhere. But, I mean, it's connecting. It's flashing before, and now that I've got the remote on, I don't know if I want to do that. So, off. Let's try this. It's got some sound, but as soon as I hit the power or the throttle on the remote, I think I'm losing connection there. Oh. So that works. That's all that seems to be working though. You can hear the noise, it's kind of humming. Let's see what's going on here. Now we're going, so I guess I kind of forgot you gotta hit that power button. So it has power to the receiver already, but you have to hit the power button on the motor right there. So it's going backwards. So pulling the trigger, it's going backwards. In reverse, it goes forward. Something I can fix. Just have the programmer with it. But yeah, we'll have to check some other stuff out. At least I know the motor works, but the steering does not. Alright, well the servo wasn't even plugged in, but I plugged it in, did nothing. So I got this replacement one. Is working. So we know, yep, definitely the steering servo. I want to make sure that that was the issue. So I'm going to pull out this old steering servo that's no longer working, and we'll get it swapped out with one that is. As far as pulling this out, so it's going to have 4 bolts. One was missing, and this one I already took out. So we'll take those 4 out, flip it over, and then the horn right there. That looks fine. So we'll have to take that out, and then the horn can stay on because we've got a replacement one with this. So just the 5 screws, and then we're good to yank that out. So here's the difference between that hex fly and the, was this DS servo? Look really similar. Like you'd almost think, oh, might be the same company that made them. That may or may not be true. The one thing though is the 25 kilogram is taller than the 35 kilogram. So don't know how well that's going to work. But the horn here, that Looks exactly the same. Font, everything. The top, the side profile. I mean, exactly the same. So, who knows? But you can tell that's brass there, and this is silver. So, maybe some quality differences, but we'll definitely test that out when we get this thing running. So, but yeah, definitely didn't work, so it was absolutely necessary to replace it. And I've never messed with a bad steering servo before, but this thing is extremely tight. Like this one, super easy to move. This one, like if you need to work on your finger grip, that is extremely hard to turn. Also using 1.5, 2.0, and 2.5 hex to pull everything apart here for the servo. So if you are swapping that out, make sure you have those sizes. This came with a little Phillips screw. Not using Phillips. I just put the original hex head on there, so that's what we're working with here. Alright, so ESC's going. I'm going to try and carefully do this. It's really, yeah, it's pretty good here with the power going to it, but when the power's shut off, it's really loose. Oh, got to turn on the motor. Okay. Ooh, take my hand off the freaking drive shaft. Ugh, this thing's kind of heavy. So, nice little motor is working. I was going forward and it was going in reverse, but yeah, runs pretty fast. Can't wait to be able to actually get out and use it and crawl. So, with a little more work here, we'll have her all done and want something other than this crappy connection here. I'm afraid that is gonna short. Luckily I got some soldering stuff, so we'll get that fixed soon.